Yo, welcome to the next video on sins and evil. Okay, I'm gonna talk on this topic, the forgivable and unforgivable sins. Okay, there are three types of sins to some extent, okay, that are forgivable when you ask for forgiveness, okay. By saying extent, okay, I mean like sins, for example, mean maybe like how the sins how the sins come to you, like that's what I mean by extends. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So one of the forgivable sins are sins orchestrated from evil. Like the sins you sin that was orchestrated by someone else. Physically or spiritually that make you sin. Like things orchestrated that makes you sin. You know what I'm saying? These are the orchestrated sins. You know, they're like orchestrated sins, meaning someone or some people pushed you to sin. In many cases, where orchestrators tries to justify his or their actions based on your sin that was orchestrated by them or by him or her. You get me? So yeah. Let me give you an example of these types of orchestrated sins. Okay, say for example, your big brother said, you see, maybe God was the one that said, okay, see these two boxes here, this one you must put things in this box. Yeah, you must put things in this box, but this other box you mustn't put anything in this other box. Then your brother was like, if you put things in this other box, I'm gonna smack you. Okay. Okay, so the orchestrated part will be that, you see, your brother now put so many things on purpose in the box. He said you are not allowed to put things. He put things, so many things in the box that he says you are allowed to put things. Okay. Now so many things that there's no space left in the box that you're allowed to put things. You get me? So you now have no choice here but to put things in the forbidden box. You get me? Are you putting things in the box? He said, on you putting things in the box, you're not supposed. You, he said, do not put things. He comes on and beats you up for putting things in the forbidden box. In the forbidden box, okay? Then justifies beating you up to the parent by saying, "Oh, he was told not to put things in this other box, and I'm gonna beat him up if he put things in this other box." So look at it this way: you putting you putting things inside the one that was said not to put things was the sin. Okay, how you were made to put things in that box is how he avoided you putting things in the free box, which is non-sin, which is non-sin. Okay, by stuff you stuffed the free box up. Yeah, let's say physically, spiritually. Okay, so you have to put things in the forbidden box. You understand? An example could be maybe a man or a woman, orchestrating physically or spiritually for a man or woman to actually commit adulteries, you know, towards God. I don't know, maybe like doing something so the person, you know, doing something in front of the person and the person have no choice but to, they orchestrated it somehow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go into, how most of these are orchestrated. I'm not gonna go into that in deep. Okay. Also, like I will not give example of bigger orchestrated evil. Nah, I will not give. I'm not gonna go near that one. I'm not gonna go near example of bigger orchestrated evil or even the orchestrators. Nah. I don't. I'll leave them ones out. You know why? You know why? Because they are weighing out God's chances, God's grace. They are weighing out God's grace. And them ones, nah, I'm not gonna go there, near that one. Them ones is between them and God. So it's kind of between them and God. So I'm not going to go near that one. And they are left with Jesus's chance. It's only Jesus's chance that can maybe save them. I think. And And God only can determine when, this chance that Jesus is giving them expires. You understand what I'm saying? So, you see, the other ones, the second one, okay, is resisting of sins. Okay, you see, sins, although you shouldn't be committing, okay, yet you resisted the urges to some extent, okay, then you were massively tempted to sin despite your resistance, okay, like massively tempted, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see, like for that example, resisting orchestrated sins until you could no longer resist, maybe, you use, maybe you try to put things in 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 the box, okay, so you put things on the floor. Maybe you try to put things in the box, but you couldn't put things in that box, free box. So you put things on the floor, anyways, and these things on the floor, they were hurting your feet, okay, until you couldn't take the pen no more. You're like, nah, 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 nah. I can't put them on the floor, man. They're hurting my feet, man. I have to put it in the forbidden box. I was, man, you said I shouldn't put it in the forbidden box. You this person, you stop the good box, and you say I can't put it in the forbidden box. I put it in the forbidden box now. so, so you see, the unconscious sins against mankind, okay, the unconscious sins against mankind is the third one, okay. You see, these are sins here that you commit. These are sins that you commit against another mankind consciously, and you turned away from it when you became conscious of it, and you ask God for forgiveness. You see, those who commit unconscious sins could be, for example, children. For example, if someone tells a child to steal from someone else, and such child isn't conscious of such sin, automatically they are forgiven. You know what I'm saying? That they are forgiven. You know, even at some point when they realize it, so if some ask for forgiveness, they still are forgiven anyways. So on the other hand here, the person who directed such sin here isn't forgiven unless some rectifications are done. You see, the person who directed the sin, the person that told the child to go and steal, they're not forgiven unless some rectifications are done. Like maybe, I don't know, some rectifications like, oh, return the stuff, or do able to mask what they have seen. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So there, you see. So I will talk about things that are not forgiven in the next video. Yo.